I didn't expect it. 1 second he's standing there, acting casual, like nothing's happening, and the next, his lips are on mine. Sharp, bold, claiming. No hesitation. No warning. Just fire. I froze for half a second, shock, disbelief, before every nerve in my body screamed. Heat, adrenaline, chaos. His tongue brushed mine, testing, teasing, and I could feel him laughing against me, wild and reckless, daring me to fight back. Wait, what the hell? I started, but words died in my throat the moment he crushed his body closer. Hands on my chest, fingers pressing like he owned me, and suddenly the world narrowed to just us, breath mingling, hearts hammering, lips colliding. Straight men don't kiss like that. I gasped between frantic kisses, voice rough, shaking. He smirked against my lips, teeth grazing mine, a wicked grin in every movement. Then guess what? He whispered, breath hot, teasing. I'm not just any man. Every touch, every thrust, every desperate, chaotic motion was fire. My hands roamed, tangled in his hair, gripping, pulling, testing. He responded in kind. No holding back, no pretending, just wild, raw heat that made the room spin. Minutes, or maybe seconds, passed in a blur of lips, teeth, tongues, and ragged, gasping breaths. My chest ached. My pulse throbbed. My body burned with every unpredictable, reckless motion he forced me to surrender to. And the whole time, he held me like he was daring me to pull away, which, truthfully, I didn't want to stop. I gasped, though I wasn't stopping. Why? He murmured, voice low, teasing, dangerous. You like it? And I did. Every nerve, every inch, every ragged gasp screamed yes. Straight men don't kiss like that. But he just did. And I didn't resist. His lips didn't stop. Not when my body tensed. Not when my hands fisted in his shirt. Pulling him closer, gasping for breath. He kissed like a man possessed, wild and urgent. Teeth grazing mine, tongue brushing mine with deliberate, teasing hunger that left me trembling. Wait. I tried to speak, but he silenced me with the curve of his mouth, with the weight of his body pressing into mine. Every nerve in my body screamed. Every thought fled. All that existed was him, the chaos of heat between us, and the desperate, reckless rhythm of our lips colliding. Hands everywhere, his mind tangling, gripping, claiming. My heart thudded like it wanted to escape. My breath came ragged, short, sweet, and sharp all at once. He groaned low, almost animalistic, a sound that made my stomach twist and pulse in ways I didn't know were possible. Straight men don't kiss like this. I gasped, voice breaking. He smirked, teeth grazing my lower lip, tongue teasing, dragging me further into him. Then you're lucky, he muttered, voice rough and dangerous, because I don't care what they do. Every brush of skin, every deep, reckless kiss ignited me. My hand slid along his chest, over his shoulders, feeling muscle tense under my touch. He responded instantly, gripping my hips, pressing me flush against him, the force of it making me gasp, shiver, and ache. We moved together like we were a storm, chaotic, urgent, desperate. No tenderness, no rules, just raw, insane, consuming need. And somewhere between the kisses, the gasps, the grip of his hands, I realized I didn't want to stop. Not now. Not ever. He pulled back just enough to look me in the eyes, a wicked grin on his lips, chest heaving. You like that, don't you? I swallowed hard, eyes dark, voice shaking with want. Yes. God, yes. Good, he whispered, and in an instant, he was back on me. Lips, teeth, tongue, a chaos I didn't know I could survive, let alone crave. The locker room disappeared. The lights, the walls, the world. Nothing mattered except the heat between us, the fire we were igniting together. Straight men didn't kiss like this. But he did, and I'd never forget it. His forehead dropped against mine, breath hot, chest rising and falling like he'd run a mile. The locker room air was damp and heavy, but everything about him felt hotter, sharper, more dangerous. Say it, he whispered, voice jagged. Say you want this. I tried to speak, but my throat felt tight. The only sound that came out was a shaky exhale. My fingers were still hooked in the fabric of his shirt, knuckles white, holding him like he was the only thing keeping me upright. He smiled slow, crooked, like he just won a war. That's all I needed. And then he kissed me again. Not a brush, not a tease, a deep, claiming kiss that tasted like adrenaline. My back hit the cold tile, a shock against the heat of him pressing into me. His palm slid up my arms, steady but urgent, mapping every inch like he wanted to memorize me. I shuddered, a sound catching in my chest. This is insane. I know, he murmured against my mouth, his breath trembling. And I don't care. For a few seconds we just stayed there, foreheads touching, breaths mingling. His thumb traced my jaw, slow, almost gentle now, like he couldn't decide whether to devour me or hold me together. I said it was a dare, he admitted, voice low. But the second you kissed me back, he stopped himself, eyes flicking away like he'd revealed too much. My heart slammed against my ribs. You what? He swallowed hard. I wanted more. His hand slid from my jaw to the back of my neck, pulling me closer again. I still do. I closed my eyes, my forehead against his, trying to breathe through the chaos. Straight men don't do this, I whispered. He laughed once, soft and bitter. Then I guess I'm not as straight as I thought. The words hung between us, heavy, dangerous, honest. The locker room was quiet except for the sound of our breathing and the faint drip of water from pipes. His thumb kept tracing circles at the base of my skull, grounding me even as everything else spun. And in that moment, with his body warm against mine, his eyes dark and unguarded, I realized it wasn't a dare anymore. It wasn't a game. It was a line we'd crossed and couldn't uncross. And he wasn't running. Neither was I.